Merry meet and welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 6th of September 2024, or whatever day it happens to be in your time zone when you're watching this. Today we are reading with the Feline Marseille Tarot, and let's purify with this old standby 4711. We'll do 3 sprays in this nice big room. You can find links to purchase each of these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Starting out with the King of Swords, followed by the 6 of Coins, and then the Temperance card. Wonderful trajectory. I like them. I like the pattern here, where it's coming from versus where it's going to. I can't believe I said that, to where it's going. All right, so the King of Swords is representational of a tendency in the past for many of you to sort of indulge in anger or upset or judgment, just kind of getting to that point, and we all get there from time to time, where you just don't care about doing the right thing. That's not what's important, is the right thing. What's important is how angry you are, or how much you want to destroy that person, or how, whatever it is. And for some of us, it's like a real scorched earth kind of experience. For others, it's not maybe quite so intense, but it's there. And it's this ego-based way of being that it seems like you've lost all connection to your soul because you're so upset about something, or so disgusted with something, or so cynical about something. And it's interesting because there's this like almost immediate changeover. It's like you just dropped out of that, and you're pulling into instead of that, you're pulling into this solar light experience. Now, the 6 of Coins is the solar light manifest on Earth. That means, well, let's say what the solar light means. It's the idea that there's a divine design, that not a plan. A lot of times people say, well, God's got a plan, or everything happens for a reason. And I understand the sentiment of that, but it's not quite that, because that assumes that there's some sort of plan of particular instances happening in a linear sequence that must be completed in order for you to fulfill your destiny or fate or something like that. That's not what the divine design is. The divine design is more like a pattern that holds within it the possibility for all kinds of amazing things. And when that solar light, that possibility, is in the suit of Coins, it means that it's a manifest version of that. So you're going from this time in your life where you're just so cynical, so upset, so unwilling to look at the spiritual side of things, to the exact opposite, where not only are you entertaining the idea of the divine design, but you're watching it manifest before your eyes. So what an amazing change. And where you're headed is even more wonderful, because you're headed into this Temperance card where you're receiving amazing amounts of healing and wisdom right straight from Source. Maybe, and its Source is represented by this angel here. So many times that's what we experience in our lives. We experience a sort of like almost an intercessory or an intermediary, like an angel or a spirit guide or something like that. And that's fine. That's fine. That's actually quite useful. So your guardian angel is mixing up this potion for you, is what this card is representing. And that potion is unique for you. Nobody else could benefit from this potion. And this potion is now going to be offered to you, and it's up to you to drink it. And again, that's a symbol. There's not an actual potion. It's not don't go looking for a drink necessarily. but so it's a far cry from where you were, I guess, is the point here. That where you were in the past versus where you are and where you're going is so different. You don't even look like the same person. So good for you. This is wonderful. This is just wonderful. Whatever you're doing, You want to keep doing it because you're on the right track. You're doing the right things. And I have a feeling for many of you, what this happens to be, the catalyst of this, I should say, happens to be some kind of inner work that you're doing for yourself. Queen of Coins, Ace of Wands, and then the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, let's look at that first, because that is a response from this old King of Swords. See, the King of Swords, even though it's in your rear view, it's still there. And so the trick for you right now, because so much good is happening, the trick for you is to not get lulled into the past, not to get hooked back into past resentments. It's so necessary for you to stay present right now in the moment and to relax and to let go of tense emotions, to relax and let go of things that tie you to the past. Because if you don't do that, they tend to project themselves into the future. And you don't want to have that, because then what you do is react to what happened in the future and say, oh, well, see, everything's ruined and everything's horrible. And then you get right back into the King of Swords. That's the whole game that the ego plays with you, is to say, well, okay, you can have a nice experience. You just go ahead and think what you want to think. Yeah, you think that there's solar light. You think that everything's going great. Nice. But I've already planted a seed into you that everything is not going to work out for you. And what's going to happen is I'm going to tie you to the past so that you are fated to recreate your disappointment. So you enjoy that experience right now, because it's not going to last. See, that's the game that the ego plays with us. The only way that it works is if we listen to it. If you disregard whatever you're angry about in the past, or whatever somebody said or did, and that includes the little things. It's not always these big things. In fact, the ego is more powerful, I think, sometimes with the little things, because we don't pay them as much attention. So whatever you're going through when you're having all of this happiness and joy that's definitely coming through, notice how your mind tends to want to still reflect on what happened, or what somebody said, or what somebody did, or somehow get you back into the past. The reason why is because the ego uses that to project into the future, so that all of your enjoyment in this life is temporary. And it's up to you to say no. And if you notice that that's happening, it's okay. If you notice that that's happening, you can stop it in its tracks. You can neutralize that type of manifestation at any point in the manifestation cycle. You are not bound by the ego. The ego does nothing except for present you with ideas. And it's up to you whether you follow through with those ideas or whether you neutralize them. And it's very clear here that you want to neutralize them. That's what this elixir is for. That's the whole point of this solar light. And then this Ace of Wands is saying, not only does it neutralize your negative emotional responses in life, but it provides you with new types of manifestation. I hope I'm making sense. So what that means is that when you get that ego mind out of your mind, out of your moment, if you disregard the call from your ego to go back into the past and resent somebody, or resent something, or remember how bad it was, or based on that maybe fear what's coming in the future, if you resist that, and instead you put your whole mind on the present moment, you put your whole mind on that elixir, then what happens is you free up all that energy for your soul to manifest what it's here to manifest. And what it's here to manifest is amazing opportunities for you to express yourself creatively, and to express. That's what this Ace of Wands is. And that creative expression is going to be so unique to you. For some of you, it's business. For some of you, it's art. For some of you, it's whatever it is, whatever your passions are in this life. That's what you're here to, not only to do, but to manifest. And when you don't allow the ego to be in charge of your manifestations anymore, then the soul is free to manifest accordingly. And you're going to see manifestations happening in your life that are so amazing that you could have never come up with them on your own. You don't have to worry about, deciding what you want and visualizing what you want. Your soul knows what's it's here to do, and it's going to do it. Once you've allowed yourself to make sure that your mind is unencumbered by this ego tendency to either live in the past or be afraid of the future. Right? So that's what this queen of coins here, she's facing the past, and what she's trying to nurture this six of coins. She's trying to nurture this manifestation of that solar light that we've been talking about. That again, this is a tendency within your mind. These both are tendencies within your mind, and both of these are in the past. So the one good thing about the queen of coins being in your past is she is like a lifeline. She is like that Ariadne's thread in the labyrinth in that Greek myth of the Minotaur, where you have a way. If you do get stuck in the past, you have a way out. Now, the way that you embody that is to, when you notice yourself getting hooked into the past or the future, worrying, feeling upset about anything at all, it's up to you to disregard it completely and instead find your way back to the present moment. And one of the ways that you can do that is with that solar light meditation. You can find the solar light meditation. I've got 2 different versions of it on YouTube. Just search Gatoga solar light, and you can do that in a very brief amount of time, 30 seconds to a minute max. And you can center yourself in the present moment of where your soul's divine design is, so that those manifestations are what take precedence. And all of the ego manifestations just become neutralized completely. Now, this Healing with the Angelic Elixir is the name of the meditation that is based on this temperance card. If you have time today, I would recommend listening to it, because it's really going to help you to optimize all of that healing, all of that abundance, all of the help that's available to you to neutralize these ego thoughts, to neutralize these tendencies to live in the past, these tendencies to live in the future. If you take a stand and you stay present in the moment and drop all of your allegiance to whatever these resentments or fears are, your manifestations are almost instantaneous. So it's a beautiful day, but it's a day that you get to show what you're made of. Keep your mind focused on the present, and you will be exceedingly successful today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and we'll see you tomorrow for another daily reading. Until then, blessed be.